We are at the 59th International Congress of Les Clés d'Or in London, England, where we have just been part of an expert panel talking about the concierge profession, guest service, guest loyalty, and guest experience management. One of those experts is Simon Scoot, Vice President of Global Brand Management for InterContinental Hotels and Resorts. Did I get that right?
You did, sorry
okay.
about that long time.
Anyways, welcome. We talked so much about social media and how to better communicate with guests, and you had some very interesting thoughts and strategies on what you are doing with your teams.
Yes, we're doing a number of things with our concierge in particular. I mean, our brand idea is about being in the know. And to be in the know, you need to have a point of view about everything you do. And in particular, for our concierge teams, that's having a point of view about the place they're in. And then sharing that point of view with our customers in a number of different ways. Obviously every day through the interactions, predominantly in the lobby or the Club InterContinental lounges of the hotel, or online. And to do that, we've provided them with a framework where we have a number of assets that we develop jointly with the concierges, such as our unique destination videos. Every hotel has their own bespoke video that's put together by generally the head concierge, and we're delighted with them because they've been seen just under 6 million times on our website and on YouTube, which is pretty amazing. We also put them front and center of our website, so the concierge video and our concierges are a big part of our content strategy on intercontinental.com. And also part of our Facebook and Twitter feed. So the majority of our content that we share there would be about specific things the brand's doing, big things that the brand's doing, but also things that our hotels are doing. And that generally relates to what's happening right now in the city they're in. And again, we really encourage our concierges to share with us their take on those events or on what's happening. Now, I'd sort of counterweight that to say it's not easy. You need a lot of confidence to tweet, to participate socially. You need to have a point of view, and you need to have a lot of support. So you need leadership to help you with your confidence, and that comes from the Director of Sales and Marketing, the Director of Public Relations, who should be experts in how to communicate. But I think most importantly it comes from the general manager, and we see our general managers of our hotels as city editors. So a big part of their job is to be fully engaged with the community and place they're in, and then to share that information with their teams through their regular morning briefings that our concierge would be at. I think the other thing I mentioned was it's interesting when you look at social. A lot of people think it's a young person's game, but it turns out it's everybody's game, and that trend is sort of happening societally as well, with a lot of people in their sort of latter years getting very engrossed in social media. But you tend to find in our hotels that there'll be one or two people who are really into it. Yes. And yeah, they love it. And they're probably blogging themselves, they'll be tweeting regularly on their own account. And again, we encourage our concierge to befriend that person and to learn from them, because generally they've got a good way of making content real. I'm just starting.
Do you tweet? And what do you tweet about?
I try to tweet once a week, and I'd like to pick it up a bit, but my little take is what I call worldly local. So I am fortunate that I travel the world in this job. I spend a lot of time in my hotels, and I try and make a kind of worldly observation followed by a local observation with a little bit of humor. But that's my personal kind of worldly local Brit point of view, which I want
to get on that one right away, especially the humor.
Yeah, and it'll be little things. I mean, I was in Istanbul last week, and I didn't know that the hazelnut came from Istanbul. So, you know, when I learnt that, as a big fan of hazelnuts, I was like, wow. But I didn't see any squirrels. So that would be my little tweet, right? Where in London there's a lot of squirrels everywhere. So it's kind of that kind of quirky observation that I'm into. But seriously, on the corporate side, you know, this is a very valuable medium for us and really enables us to engage with the blogosphere, with the journalists, with the commentators who are talking about hospitality, talking about travel, and connecting with our audiences.
And IHG is now the largest global brand, is that correct?
Yeah.
So keeping that personal connection, when you have so many properties and you're in so many places, how do you keep those relationships? How do you keep people from thinking, oh, they're too big, or they've grown too much, they've become impersonal?
That's a great question. For clarity, IHG is the parent company, so we have 7 brands under IHG, which is the PLC, the public limited company. InterContinental Hotels and Resorts is one of the brands. So we have just over 170 hotels in 63 markets. So we're not the biggest, but we're the most international brand in our segment. And I think we're big, but we behave small. So intimacy is very important to us, as is our loyalty program. We run Priority Club Rewards, which is the largest reward and recognition program in the world. And for InterContinental, we even have our own program, bespoke to InterContinental, called Ambassador. And Ambassador was the world's first hotel loyalty program, indeed. And those customers that are in that program are absolute advocates of the brand, and we do spend additional time and effort with them on often a one-to-one basis.
Wonderful. Simon Scoot, IHG, global brand management all over the world, squirrels, hazelnuts, social media, making the connection. Thank you so much for being at the Congress and for your views.
It's great to be here. Thank you so much. Bye now.